Hello everyone, welcome to Brain Blitz Audios. Today we'll be solving some questions asked in Alan's Talent Encouragement Exam or Tallentex. We'll be looking at questions asked in grade 6 for Tallentex 2018. Let's begin then, shall we? First question. A force is a push or a pull. Which of the following pictures show a pulling force? Option 1, 1 and 4. Option 2, 1, 2 and 5. Option 3, 2 and 5 only. Option 4, 2, 3 and 5. Let's look at each of these pictures. In picture 1, the man is moving the car away from him using force. So, that means that the man is pushing the car. It's a pushing force. In the second picture, the children are pulling the rope towards their side. So that is an example of a pulling force. Pulling force. In the third picture, the man is pulling the horse towards him. So, to stop the horse from going away. So, it is also a pulling force. In the fourth picture, the man is moving the box away from him, moving the box forward, so that is a pushing force. And lastly, in picture 5, the string is moved towards the one who is moving it, so that is a pulling force. Now, the question is asking us to say which of the pictures show a pulling force. Now, those are pictures 2, 3, and 5. So, those pictures are there in option 4. Option 4 is the right answer. In option 1 is incorrect because 1 and 4 are showing a pushing force, not a pulling force. And option 2 is incorrect because even though 2 and 5 are showing a pulling force, 1 is showing a pushing force. And option 3 is incorrect because even though 2 and 5 are showing a pulling force, 3 is also showing a pulling force. But in the third option, it is saying that it is 2 and 5 only. So option 4, 2, 3, 5 is the right answer for this question asked in physics section. Next question. A number of forces are acting on the block as shown in the figure. What is the value of force X in N so that net force on the block is 0? Option 1, 8 N, option 2, 7 N, option 3, 1 N, and option 4, 2 N. Now, let's understand what it means that the net force on the block is 0. Now, this means that the force on the opposite sides of the block is equal. So the force in the opposite sides of the block is equal and they cancel each other out. This means that the block will remain at rest in the same position or move in a straight line at a constant same speed, that is a constant speed. So let's look at up and down to prove this. So according to what we said before that, let's indicate the arrows moving towards the block from any side as a positive integer, while an arrow moving away from the block from any of the sides as a negative integer. So let's look at the above upside. So 7n and 10n are going away. Both of the arrows are going away from the block, so both of these would be negative integers. So minus 7n plus minus 10n. So according to the statement we have said, this would be equal to, now 20n is moving away from the block, so it would be minus 20n plus, now 3n is moving towards the block, so that will be positive integer, 20n plus 3n. So minus 7n plus minus 10n would be equal to minus 7n minus 10n, which is minus 17n would be equal to, now minus 20 plus 3n, minus 20n plus 3n is the same as 3n plus minus 20n will be 3n minus 20n, which is also equal to minus 17n. Both of them are equal, so let's look at the left and right sides of the block. Now 3n and 8n are moving towards the block, so 3n plus 8n would be equal to 12n is moving towards it, plus x is moving away from the block, so it would be minus x. 3n plus 8n is equal to 11n, would be equal to 12n plus minus x. Now let's move 12n to the other side, so minus x would be equal to 11n, plus would change to minus 12n, which would be equal to minus 1. So if minus x is equal to minus 1, we can cancel the negative sign and we get x is equal to 1n. Since 11n minus 12n is minus 1n, so x is equal to 1n. That is option 3. Now option 3, 1n is the right answer for this question asked in physics. Let's move to the next question. A separating funnel is used to separate the components of a mixture of option 1, iodine and sugar, option 2, ethanol and water, option 3, cooking oil and water, and option 4, ammonium chloride and iron fillings. Now let's understand what a separating funnel is used for. Now a separating funnel is used to separate two immiscible liquids. So both of the liquids would be not miscible, not soluble in each other. So now let's look at each of the options. Option 1, iodine and sugar. Now this is separated using sublimation. Iodine is changed to gas using sublimation, and when it is cooled down, it changes to the same state and sugar is left behind. In the second option, ethanol and water, both of them are liquids and they are soluble. And option 1 is incorrect. So option 2 is separated by distillation. One of the components has very less boiling point than the other. So when the less boiling point one is evaporated, the component, the element with the compound with the more boiling point is left behind, and the component with the less boiling point is cooled down, and that's how it's done. So both of them are miscible liquids, and so option 2 is also incorrect. Let's look at option 4. In option 4, ammonium chloride and iron fillings. Now, this is separated using a magnet. Now, the iron fillings are attracted by the magnetic material, while ammonium chloride is not attracted. So, ammonium chloride is left behind, and iron fillings is there in the magnet. So, option 4 is also incorrect. The correct answer for this question is option 3, cooking oil and water. Both of them are miscible liquids, and they are separated using a separating funnel. So that is the right answer for this question asked in the chemistry section. Let's move on to the next question. Cooking oil can be converted into vegetable ghee by the process of 1. Oxidation, 2. Hydrogenation, 3. Distillation, and option 4. Crystallization. Now, let's look at each of the options. Now, option 1, oxidation. Now, this happens when it is exposed to heat, light, oxygen. So, oxidation, it produces harmful products and harmful byproducts, and it will taste bad. So it wouldn't be converted into vegetable ghee. So option 1 is incorrect. Let's look at option 3. In option 3, now distillation is the process of boiling and then condensing a component with a less boiling point. So it is used in cooking oil to remove fatty acids, while vegetable ghee is indeed a fat. So option 3 is also incorrect. Now, in option 4, crystallization, it is used to separate a solid from a solution. But the cooking oil is liquid and doesn't have a non-soluble, insoluble component in it. So it is also incorrect. Correct answer is option 2, hydrogenation. This is adding hydrogen to the cooking oil. When we add hydrogen and hydrogenation of cooking oil, it produces and it makes unsaturated oil that the oil can dissolve more, and to a saturated oil, it cannot dissolve anything any further. So which means that it converts oil to fats. Cooking oil is the oil and vegetable ghee is fats. So option 2, hydrogenation, is the correct answer for this question asked in chemistry. Next question. Read the following 2 statements and select the correct option. Statement 1. Beri-Beri is a disease which is caused due to the deficiency of vitamin B1. Statement 2. Symptoms of Beri-Beri are pale skin, frequent headache, and weak bones. Option 1. Both statements 1 and 2 are true, and statement 2 is the correct explanation of statement 1. Option 2. Both statements 1 and 2 are true, and statement 2 is not the correct explanation of statement 1. Option 3, statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is false. And option 4, both statements 1 and 2 are false. Now let's look at the statements. Statement 1 says that Beri-Beri is a disease which is caused due to deficiency of vitamin B1. It is correct. When we have less vitamin B1 in our diet, Beri-Beri, we will have a disease called Beri-Beri, deficiency of vitamin B1. Statement 2 says the symptoms of Beri-Beri are pale skin, frequent headache, and weak bones. Now this is incorrect because the symptoms of Beri-Beri are difficulty in walking difficulty, pain, vomiting, and loss of feeling, and etc. While the symptoms that is given in the statement, pale skin, frequent headache, and weak bones, are the symptoms of deficiency of iron. Now this is called anemia. So pale skin, frequent headache, and weak bones are the deficiency of iron, are the symptoms of anemia, while they are not the symptoms of Beri-Beri. So statement 2 is incorrect. Let's look at the options. Option 1 says both statements 1 and 2 are true, and statement 2 is the correct explanation of statement 1. This is false because first of all, statements 1 and 2 are not true, and that means that statement 2 cannot be the correct explanation of statement 1. Option 2 says both statements 1 and 2 are true, and statement 2 is not the correct explanation of statement 1. This is also incorrect because we have already said that both statements 1 and 2 are not true. Option 4 says both statements 1 and 2 are false. This is incorrect because we have proved that statement 1 is correct. So the correct answer is option 3. Statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is false. That is correct. Statement 1 is true and statement 2 is false. So the correct answer for this question asked in biology is option 3. Next question. If we eat too much food with lots of energy each day, the excess food may be stored as fat and we will gain mass. Look at the table below and then decide which 2 foods you should eat in small amounts. Option 1, lettuce and grilled chicken breast. Option 2, pasta and yogurt. Option 3, chips and pasta. And option 4, chips and yogurt. Now let's look at the statement given the question. It says that food with more energy means that more energy means we will have excess food. The excess food would be stored as fat, and then we will gain mass. And it is asking us, we have to decide which 2 foods we should eat in small amounts. So the one we should eat in small amounts is the food with the most energy. So we have to find the top 2 food with most energy in this table. So kilojoule is the unit of energy in kilojoule per 100 gram. So if we look at this, the highest we can see is 1022 kilojoule, and then it's 752 kilojoule. So 1022 and 752 are the highest number of the data given. So if we look at them, they are the energy for chips and pasta. So it means that option 3 is the right answer, chips and pasta. Option 1 is incorrect because lettuce and grilled chicken breast, lettuce is the lowest, not the highest, and grilled chicken breast doesn't have any. Other options are incorrect. So option 3, chips and pasta, is the correct answer for this question asked in biology. Next question. If the length of a rectangle is 2 times its breadth and the area is 288 centimeters square, then length and breadth are respectively. Option 1, 20 centimeter, 10 centimeter. Option 2, 12 centimeter, 24 centimeter. Option 3, 24 centimeter, 12 centimeter. And option 4, 16 centimeter, 18 centimeter. Now, let breadth be equal to B. Now, according to statement 1, first statement, length of a rectangle is 2 times its breadth. So, length would be equal to 2B. Now, an area of a rectangle is equal to length times breadth. We can replace the values, 2B into B. Now, it's also given the question that area is 288 centimeters square. So this would be equal to 288 centimeters square. Now, 2B into B is equal to B into B is B square. So 2B square would be equal to 288 centimeters square. Now, then let's move 2 to the other side. B square would be equal to 288 divided by 2 centimeter square. So it would be 144 centimeter. B square would be 144 centimeter. Now B would be the square root of 144, which is equal to 12 centimeter. B is equal to 12 centimeter. So breadth is 12 centimeter and length is given as 2B. Length is 2B, that is 2 times 12 centimeter, which would be equal to 24 centimeter. Now the question is asking us, we have to find the length and breadth respectively. So first we have to find which is length and then breadth. And in the options, option 3 is the right answer because 24 and 12 are the right options. So option 3, 24 centimeter, 12 centimeter is the right answer for this question asked in mathematics. Next question. What is the value of 1 divided by 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1 by 2? Option 1, 3 by 5. Option 2, 5 by 3. Option 3, 8 by 5. And option 4, 5 by 8. Now let's rewrite the equation. 1 divided by 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2. Now 1 plus 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is 2 into 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So 1 divided by 1 plus 1 divided by 3 by 2. Now if 1 is the numerator and it is divided by any other number, that means that it is equal to the reciprocal of the denominator. So this would be equal to 1 divided by 1 plus the reciprocal of 3 by 2 is 2 by 3. 1 plus 2 by 3 is equal to 1, 2 by 3. 3 into 1 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. Now this would be equal to 1 by 5 by 3. So 1 by 5 by 3 is equal to reciprocal of 5 by 3. We get 3 by 5. So 3 by 5 is option 1. So option 1, 3 by 5 is the right answer for this question asked in mathematics. Next question. A man travels 4 km due north, then travels 6 km due east, and further travels 4 km due north. How far is he from the starting point? Option 1, 6 km, option 2, 14 km, option 3, 8 km, and option 4, 10 km. Now let's draw the diagram for this question. So this would be the starting point of the man. Let's call it point A. Now the man travels 4 km north, due north. So 4 km, and he reaches this point. Let's call the point as point B. Now the man then travels 6 km due east. So this is 6 km. Let's call this as point C. And then the man further travels 4 km due north, and let's call that point D. Now we need to find how far he is from the starting point. So the shortest possible route is this. So now if we extend line DC and draw a line for line A, it meets at a point. Let's call this imaginary point as point E. Now if we look carefully, AD, that is the distance the man is from the starting point, is the hypotenuse of the right triangle we have just drawn. So that means that AD square would be equal to DE square plus AE square according to Pythagoras theorem. So let's find the value of DE and AE. Now AE is the same distance as BC, so that is 6 km. Now DE is equal to DC plus CE. DC is 4 km and CE has the same distance as BA, that is also 4 km. So AD square would be DE square would be 8 square plus AE square, 6 square. Now which would be equal to this would be equal to 64 plus 36 km. 64 plus 36 is 100 km. Now AD square would be equal to 100 km. AD would be equal to 100 root kilometer, which would be 10 km. So the correct answer for this question asked in mental ability is option 4, 10 km. Let's move on to the next question. Answer the following question according to the given table. Regret is coded as 1318213181. How would rejoice will be coded? Now let's look at the connection between regret and the number given in the question. Now if we look at the values of the letters of regret, R is 13, E is 18, G is 2, R is 13, E is 18, and T is 1. So if we join them all, regret would be 1318 to 13181. Now this is the same number given the question. So we just have to find the values of each of the letters in the word and then we have to join them. So in rejoice we have R, E, J, O, I, C, E. R is 13, E is 18, J is 9, O is 5, I is I is 16, C is 12, and E is 18. So rejoice would be equal to 131895161218. Now this is option 2. Option 2, 131895161218 is the right answer for this question asked in mental ability. That's all, folks. For more educational content on various examinations, please subscribe to our channel, Brain Blitz Audios. Until the next episode, take care, stay safe, ta-ta for now.